bitches now. Oh, everybody acting different now. Finally trying to see what I be on. Got a different style.
Alright, man, eyes up, eyes up. Take a look at what we got here. Let's remember what we're running here, okay? This means you go first and you go second. Does that make sense? Make sure you don't mess this up, alright? Can we please execute?
Alright! Right side! Fire down these two, fire down these two! Right side! Yellow, yellow! Right side! Yellow! Right side! Right! Right side! Yellow! Right side! Right side! Right side! Yellow! Side! Yellow! Right side! Yellow! Right side! Right! Right side! Right side! Right side! Right side! Fire down these two, fire down these two! Right side!
I think we all know what today was. Today simply wasn't good enough.
You spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like big fish came to join up. Yeah, I'm so independent, they sold 1 million records. Yeah, used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog so the day that you finally pop off, they'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe. I thank God for the payment. That's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I'll give God all the praises. GOD who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. I will not bend. Game time. Run it up.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Up next, we'll get a look at Patrick Mahomes. He got his reps in a week ago, over 400 yards through the air. It's the Chiefs and the Bills. All that and more coming up next.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Here comes the Kansas City offense, and in his 6th season of conducting this high-powered attack, coming off 4 straight Pro Bowls, it's Patrick Mahomes.
I guess we're going to have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
First play, Mahomes looking to throw it. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. So much to discuss with the Chiefs and Bills getting together here. The top 2 scoring teams in the AFC last year. Buffalo won their regular season meeting in 2021. That was 38-20 in Week 5. But as we all know, the Chiefs got them back in the playoffs. One of the best games in recent memory. 42-36 in overtime. And a game that many thought helped spawn the new overtime rules for 2022. Throwing is Mahomes on third. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. So pass interference to call, and that's going to set him up with a first down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The officials letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the first quarter.
And he goes out right around the 39. The numbers for Smith-Schuster in that game last week, 9 catches, 64 yards.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get the sense that he feels like if he gets covered on any call, he's going to be upset. He thinks he should be open on every snap in this game.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And we see the Bills offense take the field here at quarterback, Josh Allen.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Let's go, man.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
First down for Stephon Diggs there. We've really seen him become a true superstar in the last couple of seasons. He's made his first 2 Pro Bowls after 2020, 2021 with a career-high 10 touchdowns to cap off the 2021 season. And only Cooper Kupp and Devontae Adams have more catches than him since 2020.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have.
That is caught. It's Beasley. Touchdown, Buffalo. Cole Beasley, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Jerick McKinnon to take it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. From the 27, Mahomes. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
But they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. That incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
He'll air this one out deep for Davis. Touchdown, Bills! Gabriel Davis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. KC's offense ready to take over. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. On 1st down, Mahomes. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Pass on the out route caught by Smith-Schuster. Mahomes to throw once more. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1, maybe they're not having this deficit, and number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards.
For being backed up against the goal line to start the drive, he gave some breathing room and then some. I think the defense really got caught thinking safety, trying to stack the line of scrimmage. And oftentimes, if you can get past the initial grouping, there's a lot of room.
The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to...
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. From the 25 on second down, Mahomes. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Mahomes looks to throw on third down. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Working from the gun, Mahomes. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that's also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes. That is caught inside the 5. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes. 3-yard runs and kept it inside. And the Chiefs are back within a score. And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in.
Yeah, I think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking, running back, fullback. It takes you a while before it gets to the quarterback.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. That time a 6-play drive. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Bills to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak, on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Singletary to get the drive started. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he is going to have a Bills first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Well, that was big right there because they're the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Throwing is Allen on third. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. On fourth down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Well, we had a pair of division rivalries in primetime last weekend, Week 5, and we've got another pair of good ones coming up here in Week 6. Starting tonight, Cowboys and Eagles from Philly on Sunday night. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football has the Broncos and Chargers from SoFi. That's going to be a lot of fun, no doubt. Kickoff 5:15 local time for that one out in Southern California. And he is going to be stone cold behind the line of scrimmage. Ed Oliver through the line and hitting him for the loss. 2nd and 12, operating from the 39. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. Connection made on the out route to Valdez-Scantling. And out of bounds right around the 20. Mahomes to MVS there for the Kansas City first. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? But Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding offense.
Orlando Brown, the former Raven, the guilty party. A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. To the right side, incomplete to Washington. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th of the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Butker on for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. And with 40 seconds to go, that's, you'd think, time enough to try to mount a drive should they decide to do so. Allen now on first down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
Kansas City and Juju Smith-Schuster running out for another series, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Six yards there on the keeper at second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On second down at 4, Mahomes. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Now, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
On play action, Allen. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got a man, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Allen going to throw. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And it's the Rams who have the lead in the second quarter. 2 touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. From there, we head east to Cleveland to check on the Browns at home at First Energy Stadium. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting New England Patriots. Deshaun Watson, excellent in the victory as his guys run their mark to 4-2 on the year. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. And this one going the visitors' way as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. Kyler Murray has thrown a touchdown pass.
With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Buffalo in that first half. And they didn't get a whole lot done in the rushing department in those first 2 quarters. They probably feel pretty lucky to be tied here at halftime. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, here's a look at their numbers throwing the football in what was a very even first half. The final adjustments taking place here for both of these squads. They're about ready for the second half in Kansas City. And for the Colt, we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
A big play here for Buffalo, 46 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. So this game tied at the half, and if you wondered who would come up with the first big play of this third quarter, we have our answer.
Well, in basketball, you know how they tell you to have active hands defensively? I think the same thing applies here. Nice job there, prying the ball free. And now the guys have a chance to take the lead if they can put something together. The beauty of doing it in football, you don't get called for a foul if you hit their arms.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Mahomes now on 1st down. Hitting Juju on the slant. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Throwing now is Mahomes. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 38. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. 1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. Down inside the 10, and they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Mahomes now on 1st down. Another catch for Valdez-Scantling. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Edwards-Helaire is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Not the kind of game that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And
he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Chiefs have moved out in front. So this game tied at the half, and we are tied 1-1. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this 3rd quarter.
What a great drive put together with the offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the 2nd half.
Butker now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Allen now looks to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Allen. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Taken in at the 22. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They were winners last week, defeating the Raiders, and right now they're in the driver's seat here as they start off 1st and 10. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Mahomes throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Complete to Washington. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line. Now it's Mahomes again. Pass on the out route caught by Smith-Schuster. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And it's caught. And the Chiefs are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Chiefs are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Butker on for the PAT. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get 1 more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. It's a gain of 4 there that gives him a new set of downs. The job 1 to pick up the 1st down is complete. That was a big 3rd down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be upped, and what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the 1st down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. On 1st down, Mahomes. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. James Washington, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. It's an important touchdown right there, as now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
Butker now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's James Washington who finishes things with a touchdown reception. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And Diggs has it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Another try after the 1st down sack. Allen. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Allen, gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have got...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for them. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for them here.
Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
And whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Jamison Crowder from 3 yards out. And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Mahomes going to throw it here. And that's caught left side by the tight end, Gray. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. That's caught. It's James Washington. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes scoring on the keeper from 6-yard time. And the Chiefs tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter. And this win now going to look a little bit lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. And some that have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Takes it at the 7.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. Their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8.
Check it, okay, I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylers, go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started, y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop, you ain't here, I'm the real truth. Hunters, real blue, strips on them still new. Shopping at Dover Street, I'm dripping like mildew. They say you don't visit the hood, dog, I still do. A real one, only difference, my bill's bigger. I'm still with ya, I just got rich a little quicker. The same man, God handed me his game plan. I ain't perfect, far from it, what can I say, man? I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. It felt like yesterday, I was just driving my grandma's Chevrolet. From South Carolina to Maryland, I take the jet today. I'm still on the come up, I'm still building my resume. I still got a lot to prove, but still I'm heavyweight. I still gotta watch my moves. They tried to defamate my character, but I won't let them. It's always checkmate. I'm still screaming, the world hope she. Mother Nature's my first shorty, watch how I go ballistic and I'm so terrific. Accounts is copacetic, I don't need no permission, but I'm...
Gentlemen, this week's not over yet, so don't get comfortable. We've had a good week so far, so let's make sure we finish the same way. Consistency is the key to winning in this league, so keep up the good work.
Yellow! Right. You gotta go right here. You gotta play big. Right. Yellow. Right. Yellow. Right.
Losing's what I never do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates, all my bars on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me, and my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wildin' out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
Heart of a lion, my time, here I go. I am not moving in silence. If it ain't moving, moving. We making movies, moving. I get a chance and take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder. I am unbothered. I gotta get it. I am so with it. I will go get it. That is the difference. I am not waiting. I am not faking. Everything out here, that's for the taking. My mind too right. My grind too tight. This head rhyme too nice. This my world, my life. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need.
One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot. You only get one shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
I'm the best, as you know. heavy. I'm the best and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching her, but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call her. Working big and it don't hurt the break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time you lead a know it, Mr. Know I got him running to it. I'ma need the full amount before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Run a like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do it. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I gang, on my gang, on my own. Get my way up, get my way up, get on go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I gang, on my gang, on my own. Get my way up, get my way up, get on go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. Top dog like I vanished. I'm the really damaged. I came out and make the channel froze. I'm really who the panel chose. Put my name up like a banner boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name her who got a better flow. She can hang it up just like a telephone. Stick me up with the cost 10K to let it come see it. Hands at me, I make it come treat it. Spin, make it come beat it. I want the new it in the machine out. Jewelry be cold like the temperature 0. I'm the hardest, they call me a hero. Heavy nigga, then they know what I be on. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I gang, and I gang on my own. Get my way up, get my way up, get on go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I gang, and I gang on my own. Get my way up, get my way up, get on go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold.
Hello, new world, all the boys and girls. I got some true stories to tell. You're back outside, but they still lied. Whoa, yeah.
Take off the foo-foo, take off the cloud chase, take off the Wi-Fi, take off the money phone, take off the car loan, take off the flex and the white loss, take off the weird jewelry. I'ma take 10 steps, then I'm taking off top off. Take off the fabricate streams and the microwave memes. It's a real world outside. Take off your idols, take off the runway, take off the Cairo, take off the Sandro Pay, 5-day stay, take a quarter meal, hella follow. Take off the far flag, take off perception, take off the cop with the iPad. Take off the allure, take off the unsure, take off decisions I lack. Take off the fake deep, take off the fake woke, take off the I'm broke, I care. Take off the gossip, take off the new logic that if I'm rich, I'm real. Take off the Chanel, take off the Doja, take off the Birkin bag. Take all that designer off and what do you have?
You ugly. You out of pocket. 2 ATMs, you stepping to what? You out of pocket. Who you think they talk about? Talk about us. You out of pocket. Who you think they carry up us? Get back in pocket. The world in a panic, the women is stranded, the men on the run. The profits abandoned, the law take advantage. The market is crashing, the industry wants to sleep in the box while they making a mockery following us. This ain't monopoly, watching for love. This ain't monogamy, y'all getting jumping on what the hell is that? I gotta relax when I feel. All my descendants, they come in my sleep and say I am too real. I'm done with the sensitive, taking it personal. Done with the black and the white, the wrong and the right. You hoping for change and miracles. I know the feelings that came with burial cries. You ugly. You out of pocket. 2 ATMs, you stepping to what? You out of pocket. Who you think they talk about? Talk about us. You out of pocket. Who you think they carry up us? Serving up a look, dancing in a drop. Hello to the big step, but never lose a count. Venting in the safe house. Venting in the safe. Can I vent on my truth? I got nothing to lose. I got problems and pools. I can swim with my fate. Cameras moving whenever I'm moving. The family suing whatever I make. Murder is stacking. The president acting. The government taxing my funds in the bank. Homies attracting the fence when I'm breaking. Look at my reaction. My pupils on skates. Holla, holla.
Let's think about this for a second. Tell me what you would do for status. When you show your show no credit. When you show your bro for leverage.
What a hypocrite said. What community feel they the only ones relevant? What a hypocrite said. What community feel they the only ones relevant? You out of pocket, yeah, you out of pocket. You entertain the mediocre, need to stop it. You entertaining old friends when they toxic. What your life like? You gossip. What the fuck is council culture, dog? Say what I want about you. I'm like overdog. I treat you like I'm Jigga. Watch I own it all. Oh, you worry about a critic? That ain't protocol.
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown. I hope y'all can nest double E, cause I need your eyes on me. Once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Can to make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been hooping like a hoolie, keep it coolie before I stuff you in a locker like a bully. Like a bully. Put in the work, you can see my fingernail dirt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I come first. Yeah, you might want it bad, but I'm sure I want it worse. I'ma do it cause I love it, I'ma love it till it hurts. What's the worst that can happen, Captain? I'm strapped in, no I'm not crazy, I'm just tapped in. Hungry like a bastard, I'm about that action, no slacking. Well, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, cause here come the pain. No one to call up for help, no one to blame but yourself. You should've known better, however you did it, so we had to come ring your bell. Like I need a ward, wait until I score, make it rain till it pour. I'm a dog on fours, put in work like a chore till I'm underneath the floor, in the trenches like a war. If they wanna give them more, when I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. 4th down, 4 yards, put it all on the line. I am not worried cause it is our time. I hear the crowd in the background, man, they just wanna see me shine. For the hell of it, it's irrelevant. You lacking the intelligence to make it make sense. We gon' manifest whatever we came to get. That's a little money and a trophy and nothing they gon' respect. We don't care who the best, we don't worry who was next. We gon' put them boys to rest like a 10-feet of bed. I'm ahead of the rest like I came without a net. They gon' say it under breath, I'ma say it with my chest. I got it wrapped like a toga, put the whole team on my shoulders. Hold up, wake these boys up, call me soldier, soldier. Flow feeling colder, some call it polar. You don't wanna box me, I'm feeling cocky. Hair stocky, leave him floppy, face naughty. Talking all aki, think he big poppy, then I'll chop him down like karate. I see none of you here can stop me. It's obvious, you too sloppy, cheap copy. I'm Rocky, leave his eyes all glossy, but in the end zone is where you can spot when I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something about Benz looking cute. That's honest. Her and her friends, big blinks and snatch waist. Yeah, she brought the. Ain't no way somebody daddy ain't gon' give her the spins with her ends. Cause yeah, she did it. She did it again. A few more tracks and this time she bought friends. Big baby on her way up and showed the stairs to a man's. Now salute the general. TGLX got plans, yeah. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
They don't know what they in for. If we coming like this on the intro, what they here for? If they want the heat, you know who to send for your info. Buy my money like Venmo. If this music don't work out, I know how to get it from my ends low. How you feel though? Cause hey, they can't rock with us. Galaxy ain't no stopping us. They ain't try to steal my style. I'm feeling like I just shopping. Can't trust him cause he not my. Cause we worried about getting figures. All my ain't father figures. Just know my quick to pop it.
Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
About her, petty, don't matter. Far as that tell-a-tatter, I pray to God they rattle tattle. Hey, what's a rapper? I started started off that, now a better. I get capital. I help my people to get cheddar. I do business. Look here, stay out my business. I'm so iceberg slimish, stainless, not a blemish. I should've been in prison. No more remorse, no cases pinned. I got the rolling flooded, soaking wet, but ain't been swimming. I'm the man now, ain't I? Work a plan now, can't I? I remember when you lame player, hated a player, now the same lame player. They call a player mayor. Say, what you talking that funky, dip about my face, wearing that monkey. Not that might give you life advice. Get some money, 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 get some money. It's the paper power pastor, burning rubber faster, down a call NASCAR. My solo, no sir, I am not a passer. I will not after any of you fever blistered. I'm the man now, ain't I? Work a plan now, can't I? I remember when you lame player, hated a player, now the same lame player. They call a player mayor. Say, what you talking that funky, dip about my face, wearing that monkey. Not that might give you life advice. Get some money, 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 get some money. Get some money, 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 get some money.
It's alright, man. Cool. I be going there like deposit. You don't really brag about it when you know you got it. Real hard to read a nigga hooked on phonics. Say a lot of things and never catch like Sonic. Zone, I'm gone. When I'm in my zone, I get it going Donkey Kong. They got the $100, will you give a dog a bone? I'm like, oh no, you gotta get it on your own. They get an attitude, I'm like, you better check your tone. They ain't got no job, need someone to take a...
It's week 7 of the National Football League. Up next, we'll get a look at Patrick Mahomes. He had the green light to sling it last week. Over 450 yards passing. It's the Chiefs and the 49ers, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
The onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaudin, as always, joined by my good friend Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Niners in this matchup. Their run game has proven superior so far this season, but that could change this week because now they face the best defensive front in the NFL. It won't be easy for them, Charles, to let that ground game do the heavy lifting like they usually do.
I think you're right about that, and I'll guarantee they have a backup plan in place. I also don't think they want to shy away from what they do best, which is running the football. Maybe their style changes a little bit. Maybe the blocking scheme's different, but they're definitely going to test them in the run game before they abandon it.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
Jerick McKinnon to take it out of the end zone.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
And the Chiefs offense now ready to go to work for the first time, led by Patrick Mahomes, the 2018 NFL Most Valuable Player. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And incomplete to open things up.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Mahomes now to throw. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Mahomes finding Juju there for the Kansas City first. The Chiefs sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes, sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They go back to the ground with Edwards-Helaire. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. This defense for the Niners, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And as we check the next-gen stats, that play lasted just 2.7 seconds from beginning to end. Just not enough time to throw the football. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 16. Shotgun now for Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
In 21 for the first time in his NFL career, Kareem Hunt missed significant time due to injury. He ended up suiting up for only 8 games, putting up 560 total yards and 5 touchdowns. Getting back to full health, he can easily double both of those totals across a full season.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him. Lance now on first down. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Well, the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. Back to the air on second down. It's Lance. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Grover Stewart, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. On third and long, it's Lance. Under pressure, they got him again. JPP cruising in for the sack that time.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
On fourth down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to bunt the football. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A kind of a throwback weekend for our primetime games here in Week 7. Later tonight, a couple of the great AFC teams of the 70s do battle. The Steelers and Dolphins from Miami on Sunday night. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Bears and Patriots from Foxborough. A rematch of Super Bowl 20. Bears won that one 46-10. But fear not for the Patriots, if I remember correctly. They've won a few in the years following. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. Now here's Mahomes. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
The Chiefs value what Edwards-Helaire brings to a backfield group, both as a runner and a receiver. Average over 60 all-purpose yards per game for them across 10 contests. They know he can produce even more if he can stay healthy for the full season.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a second and 2. Now Edwards-Helaire. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Throwing is Mahomes on third. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. But Bunker's kick here is good, and the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Lance looking to throw it.
They'll go screen here to Hunt. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. To throw again on 2nd down.
Lance. That's complete out left to Ayuk.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here.
He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't it?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
And the Niners are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Now their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick-6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Harrison Bunker is on for the extra point. And he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They can certainly use it, down by 2 scores. Lance going back to the air after the pick-6.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack.
Lance.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
And Lance again going to keep it. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes, he'll find Smith-Schuster again. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 10 more there and another first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time.
Touchdown! James Washington as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Butker on for the PAT. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's James Washington who finishes things with a touchdown reception. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll start up in the Mile High City, an AFC matchup between New York and Denver. And late in the first half, it's the Broncos who are out on top. 2 touchdown passes there for Russell Wilson. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. Justin Herbert with 2 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get out to Southern Nevada and see what's happening with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And this one going the visitors' way as the Texans have the lead in that one. Chester Rogers, a touchdown reception. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for KC in that first half. And there were a few factors as to why they built this good-size advantage, but the rushing numbers were not all that amazing. We'll see if they can pick it up in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Niners, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway
on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the...
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Ready?
They run right side with Hunt. And some room to maneuver.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Lance on the bootleg. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. George Karlaftis brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
62 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Holding, offense.
Can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Pass on the out route caught by Smith-Schuster. And they're going to speed things up here.
A gain of 6 on the play.
To throw, it's Mahomes. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you get that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. James Washington, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point by Butker is on target,
and that pushes the lead up to 23.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And that one will bounce down the back of the end zone, so we will stay at the 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Lance. Man open. That's Deebo Samuel. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Lance now on 1st down. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Now Lance.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
The Niners on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far.
They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Throwing now is Lance.
Oh, had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Desperation time here. Lance. The man is Ayuk, complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Lance looks to throw again.
This one caught by Kittle.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And the officials here Going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Lance on the option left.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Stopped and handed a loss by Willie Gay that time.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Now Lance going to throw.
Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the 49ers are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. He's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as they continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. And now the rookie's free. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. But this one now, Charles, you'd have to think all but over.
I would agree with that because this offensive line, they've been physical from the first snap of the game, and it's taken a toll on this defense. And it was never more evident than on that play right there. They continue to move the line of scrimmage forward, and they open up enough space there to get their guy into the end zone.
Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Oh, it's tipped, but he still makes the adjustment.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here's Lance to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. Tackle made there by Robert Alford. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. 89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Here's Edwards-Helaire.
And some room to roam now. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
His second touchdown of the game, his third of the year.
And the Chiefs have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Butker on for the PAT. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
On first down, Lance.
He's got a man complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And Lance now to throw.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs will take over possession here up at the 44. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Talanoa Hufanga in on the stop.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Chiefs, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they dropped just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams.
Got your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give a now flex. While you there looking the best, feel the get up in your chest while I soak up my success, getting tokens for your dress. I be making all the checks anytime you see me step on a stage, acting real soft like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake. Try to get it out, what you hands on, you and dance on. Tell your boyfriend go and put your pants on. Down, the best friend. She went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting I'm gonzo, headed where the homie live, cause it's on, yo. I was chasing 3 women like I'm Mojo Jojo, so my girl got mad.
All right, fellas, listen up. We talked about this all week. Every team is going for the same thing, winning that Lombardi. And being perfect in practice is the first step.
Yellow! Let's get it. Let's go. All right. All right. Yellow. All right. Yellow. Let's go! Fight on these two, fight on these two. Inside! Yellow, yellow! Inside!
God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom, and handle my business.
All right, fellas, listen up. We talked about this all week. Every team is going for the same thing, winning that Lombardi. And being perfect in practice is the first step.
Yellow! Right side! Right! Right side! Yellow! Right side! Right side! Yellow! Right side! Yellow! Right side! Right side! Yellow! Right side! Right! Right side! Right side!
Hey, man, listen, great job today. It's a step in the right direction for you and this team. And as long as you keep moving in the right direction, we're going to be just fine.
What you waiting for? Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Tell the chauffeur to open Mercedes door. Put the pedal to metal and made it soar. She was, but I made it sure it was. So we stayed indoors. Let's take it where no one has been before. It feel like I've known you some years before, but I don't know. Are you ready? Okay, say
out of life. I'm doing big things in my life. I deserve 6 rings like a Mike. I've got no sleep. I remember when it was the nosebleeds. Now they captured the fashion from flow seats. I'm a whole king.
Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more.
She's a lotus and I'm the conductor of a magnum opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it.
Ooh, it's trouble in paradise. So let's parachute where the air's nice. And let's risk it all on the paradise. But she just wanna make sure her hair's nice. That's fair, right? I just fell in love with a prima donna. The 2023 Madonna. I mean, your honor, I was minding my business until she gave me complete nirvana.
Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more.
She's a lotus and I'm the conductor of a magnum opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it.
Nobody really cares. Nobody really cares. Nobody really cares. Nobody really cares. Nobody really cares.
I am harder than I ever been. Losing's what I never do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates. All my bars on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me. And my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wildin' out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
Heart of a lion, my time, here I go. I am not moving in silence. If it ain't moving, moving. We making movies, moving, moving, moving. I get the chance to take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder, harder. I am a ball that I gotta get it. I am so with it. I will go get it. That is the difference. I am not waiting. I am not faking. Everything out here, that's for the taking. My mind too right. My grind too tight. This head rhyme too nice. This my world, my life. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need.
One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot. You only get one shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
It's week 9 of the 2022 season, and this one features Trent McDuffie.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Kansas City Chiefs.
broadcast partner, Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Titans in this matchup, and they know that they are in for a fight here.
And anytime you're dealing with the #1 defense in the league, all through your preparation, you know that yards are going to be tough to come by. But working in their favor, they can run the football. One of the top 5 teams in the league in that category. So I expect this one to be a tight, hard-hitting affair, and both teams playing to their strengths.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Time to get our first look at one of the star faces of the NFL, Patrick Mahomes and his Kansas City offense. Really the gold standard among NFL offenses since he became the starter in 2018.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule.
Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all. Challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And a 5-yard gain gets them to the 42.
The Chiefs sitting at 5-2 on the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off the option, it's Edwards-Helaire.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
43 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down.
So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
Holding offense.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 17-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here come the Titans for their first possession on offense, and leading them out in his 4th season with the team, 10th overall in the NFL, Ryan Tannehill.
Brandon, I don't know about you, but when I heard he threw 5 touchdown passes last week, I thought, well, he's going to be the AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I didn't need to hear any other stats, and it turned out to be right.
That's exactly right. It seemed like every time we turned around, he was throwing one in the end zone. But he doubled down. He said, I see 5 more in this game. Challenge accepted.
Challenge.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry.
And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. Now Tannehill.
That's complete to Traylon Burks.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Tannehill on target to Burks. First down, Tennessee.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we have...
A trying for Humphreys, but it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Mahomes now to throw. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make the score 14-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Take it in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. And Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
Jerick McKinnon to take it out of the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City.
Yeah, you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter from Arrowhead, it's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
Monty Rice
just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
To try again after the sack. Mahomes.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And that might be Titan football. It is. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 38.
He'll start with a give to Henry.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Henry again on 2nd down.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
And the officials here Going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Jason Pierre-Paul from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. On second down, here's Henry. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Here's Tannehill. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Former first-rounder Clyde Edwards-Helaire ready to go here.
It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And he stopped immediately there. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Edwards-Helaire now off the option.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down.
Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
83 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 21. Now Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. On second and goal, Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Marquez Valdez-Scantling as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
Butker now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A 10-play drive that time, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Tannehill. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston, where it was the defending champs, the Eagles, who got the win on the road. Jalen Hurts, strong in the victory, as his guys up their mark to 6-2 on the year. From there, we head over to Atlanta to check out the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. Marcus Mariota, strong in the victory, as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. And then finally, Monday Night Football, the Ravens and Saints down at the Superdome at 8:15 Eastern Time. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Titans. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they had a little bit more success on the ground than their opponents did. And that just set them up well for the second half to come.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22. A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Up offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd and a yard, Tannehill. It's caught. Humphries. And it's a Titans touchdown. Adam Humphries. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Titans have cut it back within a score.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2.
Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And he is going to lose yardage here. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes, open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 17-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. 108 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on 1st down.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes, a 34-yard touchdown scamper. And the Chiefs are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth-quarter advantage. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead now up to 14. Touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
On 2nd and 11 now, Tannehill. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. And Tannehill finding Woods for the Titans' first down. But correct me if I'm wrong, yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. They find some open field here. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Here's Tannehill. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Hindsight is 20/20, Bowman. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. After the sack on first down, Tannehill, that his throw is incomplete.
Our partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yard.
Touchdown, Titans! Chigakonkwo, 41 yards. And the Titans have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21. The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. He takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. Yeah, maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
To throw is Mahomes.
Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey.
And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making a tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it.
Pass on the out route caught by Smith-Schuster.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire.
And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Chiefs are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this 4th quarter advantage. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
So now Tannehill and the Titans down by 2 touchdowns. Less than 90 seconds to go. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on 1st down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now Tannehill saying, let's get to the line. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Finding space at the 40.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Throwing, Tannehill.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. He'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
He gets this one to Burks. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Open man is Burks, and he's got him. And he is going to pick up the Titans' first down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on 4th and inches.
Looking for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. I'd like to be those defensive coaches, though. That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for Kansas City,
they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule.
And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos.
I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, on my own. Get my way up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold. I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, on my own. Get my way up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold. For the park and they know I'm impressive. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking a from my boy heavy. I'm the best, and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching her, but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call her. Working big, and it don't hurt the break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead a know it means the know I got him running to it. I'ma need the full amount before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Running like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do it. I'm the best, and I got it, on my own. Get my way up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold. I'm the best, and I got it, on my own. Get my way up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold. Top dog like I vanished. I'm the really damaged. I came out and make the channel froze. I'm really who the panel chose. Put my name up like a banner boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name her who got a better flow. She can hang it up just like a telephone. Stick me up with the cost 10K to let it come see it. Spin them here, make it come treat it. Spin, make it come beat it. I want the Louis in the machine out. Jewelry be cold like the temperature 0. I'm the hardest, they call me the hero. Heavy then they know what I be on. I'm the best, and I got it, on my own. Get my way up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold. I'm the best, and I got it, on my own. Get my way up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold.
hope y'all can nest double E. Cause I need your eyes on me. Once I get my feet in this.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And this one features Trent McDuffie.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City.
Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Jacksonville's offense trots out here for the first time, and all eyes go right to number 16. Now in his second season as the team's face of the franchise, Trevor Lawrence.
And you want to talk about enormous expectations being placed on a quarterback. How about what Trevor Lawrence faced coming out of college? But the good thing for him, he's used to it. He had the same type of expectations leaving high school and going to Clemson. They always expect him to be a franchise savior, whatever team he joins. And to his credit, he shouldered those expectations and is doing everything in his power to follow through.
They go play action now. Lawrence. That one complete downfield to Kirk.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
There he goes, right side. 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, they were advancing the ball and a couple first downs into their belt, but a big mistake there on the opening drive leads to 6 points in every direction.
What a good read that was on his part, Brandon, because it prevents a pass-based scoring drive. They're moving things around, and it gives the defense the early advantage of what's going to be definitely an entertaining battle between these units.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. But partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chasing Pierre-Paul. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Here comes the Kansas City offense. And in his 6th season of conducting this high-powered attack, coming off 4 straight Pro Bowls, it's Patrick Mahomes.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that'll be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
And the Jags are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And
rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack.
Lawrence, here's a screen for Robinson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well. And it blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill it for a loss.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
Lawrence.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
The man in coverage was Trent McDuffie.
Barnard came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
Edwards-Helaire on the counter, and he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down. Now Edwards-Helaire. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he maneuvers his way down to the 40-yard line. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Chiefs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Butker on for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Jags have running back James Robinson ready to go on offense.
And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, and now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Wow, this one really is getting out of hand early. They add a pick six to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown or a pick six. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Butker now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Now, the midterm elections are now concluded, and I think we can all breathe a sigh of relief for that. But now it's time for midterm football. We've moved past the unofficial halfway point of the season, and we got a couple of good matchups in the night games here in Week 10. Tonight it's North versus South in California, the Chargers and Niners from Santa Clara. And then tomorrow, Monday night, it's both Charles's birthday, happy early birthday, buddy, and the first primetime appearance for the Commanders as they travel up to Philly to take on the Eagles. A lot going on.
From the 30 on second down, Lawrence. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
And that'll be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the completions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Lawrence.
This is caught. It's Kirk.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Lawrence going to throw again.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. To throw again on second down. Lawrence. Robinson's got it. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill.
And the Chiefs are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Now here's the option play going left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more.
He's got a man, complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Butker's kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half.
So we've come upon halftime here in KC with the Chiefs on top.
As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, and it's the Titans out in front in that one. Robert Woods, a touchdown reception. Next, we head off to check out another game, and you can see they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. Tom Brady, sharp as ever. He's got 2 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And it's the visiting Minnesota Vikings who are out in front. Anthony Miller, a touchdown reception. We continue on with the check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jags. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. second half starts with a run by Edwards-Helaire.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the 3rd quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming out.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on third down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire.
Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. The offense on third down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. 88 yards rushing here for Edwards-Helaire. It's a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Chiefs add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad is on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Now Lawrence. Throw left side, going to be caught by Chenault.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Now Lawrence.
And this is going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
This is brought in at the 21. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Mahomes now to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41.
101 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the 1st.
Hands it off out of the gun. Foye Oluokun finding his way to the ball for a stop. A tackle for loss.
Mahomes going to throw it here.
Pass on the out route caught by Smith-Schuster.
And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Mahomes throw here complete to Kelsey.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now it's Mahomes again toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to
and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense is they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Chiefs, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be coming at the right time. And they'll be back in action in Week 12.
I'm the best, and the best, and you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, and the best, and you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. For the park and they know I'm impressive. He wanna talk, but he not on the stairs. I ain't taking no from my boy heavy. I'm the best, and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching that, but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call her. Working big, and it don't hurt the break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead a know he missed the know I got him running to it. I'ma need to pull the mail before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Run a like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do it. I'm the best, I'm the best.